Hello, everybody. Happy Memorial Day. It's meteorologist Erica Martin with Weather Co-op, where weather meets community. I hope you're all having a wonderful holiday, and thank you so much to all of the brave men and women who served our country and paid the ultimate price. May God have a special place for you in heaven, and thank you to their amazing families as well. God bless America. I wanted to just start off with that because I think it's just so important, of course, to just wish everybody well on such an amazing day where, because of such amazing people, we can live free, right? So we're going to go live across all of our streaming platforms. And guys, I am so excited to have you here with me right here, right now at Weather Co-op. We've got storms, and more storms. I mean, surprise, right? That's been my story for the past couple of months, right? As things just start to amplify across the entire globe due to the fact that, we're going into the summer season here to Northern Hemisphere, and we're going into the winter season in the Southern Hemisphere. So did I say that right? Northern, Southern. Yeah, I did, right? Thank you so much to our weather watchers. This is one weather watcher right now, Dave Velez, who's always making sure that everything is sounding good and looking good on his end. Guys, tell me what you've been doing for today. I hope you are enjoying. Oh my gosh, Bob DeVito 62, you're back. Yay! Are you still in North Carolina? Stock Mom, hi. Hi, Bob DeVito. I see that now. I'm like kind of looking down the list now. Dave Velez, thank you so much. WMAGB, thank you so much. Does anybody have any questions right now before we start to kick things off? Because I've got to tell you right now, I have my eye on two dates in the not so distant future. Already looking at the Pacific right around the 31st, and I'm looking at the Atlantic Basin, yikes, right around the 11th. Ooh, so we've got to talk about that, right? There is some stuff. Hey! Bob DeVito 62 is live, and here we go. Rick Moses is back. Greetings from Colorado. You guys have gotten some good weather today. I'm kind of jealous. You guys getting some storms, some rain. I'll show you in just one moment. We have some reports of tornadoes, of funnel clouds, guys. Good thing we are here to track together. I'm actually thinking of having a little fiesta, a little party, if you will, to kick off hurricane season. That would be June 1st in the Atlantic Basin, of course. We're going to maybe kick things off and get a little bit more detail, because I've got to go over this PowerPoint with everybody once again in detail, talking about Enso neutral. I've heard gossip about La Nina. Ain't the truth right now. No. Like right now, sea surface temperatures are not indicating La Nina. And in fact, the most current report issued by the CPC Climate Prediction Center does state we are in Enso neutral. If you guys recall, we talked about this yesterday. TS Race Girl, hello, how are you? We are going over these storms that are moving through Texas right now. So the southern plains are active. We have, pretty much everybody along the bayou. We've got the southeast really flaring up. I mean, what's Nebraska? You guys are always in the line of fire here when it comes to storms. Missouri, same deal there. Iowa, we've got Minnesota, and I believe the Oklahoma City Thunders are playing at Minnesota today, right? Or Minneapolis, right? Okay, I think so. We're looking at some rotating cells. Now, I do want to do something quickly. So as you guys know, I layer and unlayer right in front of you. I'm super transparent. Hi, King Nazario. Thank you so much for joining us. If you guys have a weather question, you got to pop it in. Actually, if you can pop it into the IG, that would be great. I'm going to try and look all over. I've been getting a couple of messages on Twitch, which thank you so much for following and subscribing on Twitch and on YouTube as well. I just can't get to all of those, but if you pop them in here, I will get to them. We got to go over a lot right now. So here's a quick and dirty look at what's happening. Remember, we have this at CDT time simply because it's facing the center of the nation. We have a lot of rotating cells, and I've got to take these local storm tracks off quickly because I've got to zoom in a little bit. I'm also going to pull off a couple of other things. Our radar and our satellite. You guys know technically satellite's supposed to be layered above the radar, right? Clouds, rain, of course. But in this case, I just want to show you what's happening here. I got to pull off these storm tracks, and then I'm going to zoom in. I hope everybody had a wonderful Memorial Day. Let me know if you guys, what you guys did. I'm super interested. I'd love to hear what everybody did. Ooh, Ooh, are you guys seeing this one right here in the blue? Guys, this is going to be issued by the airport, okay? So let's see what it's saying. These are they're not rare, but when you see them, you're like, okay, it definitely has something to do with like probably lightning, some wind gusts, maybe some downburst, something like that. We got to take a look. So, okay, the airport, that's right, is issuing a hazard. Lightning, I just said it, within 10 miles of DFW, which by the way is my favorite airport in the nation because they've got really good stuff. You can shop there, shop till you drop, get your nails done, everything. I mean, whatever. I'm a girly girl, right? Hail greater or equal to a half an inch in diameter, and lightning can be expected through 8 p.m. local time. Hail could arrive at the airport within minutes. So now it's probably already hailing. Oh, they've also got some reports of, wow, quarter-size hail. Storm that prompted hail reports have weakened, but another storm is coming up behind it. Let's see if we find this storm. Okay, let's find this storm because we like to check our own. Oh, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. We like to check our own work around here, that's for sure. But you can see here that the storms are coming. They're coming for DFW, okay? So let's go ahead and remove that. Do you see this right here, the yellow, right? Okay, so let's see that. Those are our tornado watches, or severe thunderstorm warning, rather, because it's layered. This one, there's tornado watch. Tornado watch, see? And then, so if you look at it here, look at the difference in colors, guys. You see how it's overlaid on the pink? It looks like a more bright yellow, kind of looks more like the tornado watch. But here we can see this is our severe thunderstorm warning. It has more of a mustard look, mustard color look. That's why I was making sure that was right, what I was saying. And I'm glad I corrected myself. So we have more here, and then we've got our tornado warned area right here. I don't see it. We're going to put our radar on in just one moment, but I don't see it just yet. Now, this is an area that would be concerning to me, and that would be, of course, the flood watch areas here. And do you see this entire yellow area here? This was issued by the SPC, or the Storm Prediction Center. They do a great job. And this is what they issue to give you a whole idea of what may or may not be in the line of fire. David Les, current temperature in Connecticut, 58 degrees, winds at 4 miles per hour, good air quality. Happy birthday, Erica. Thank you. The birthday wishes keep on coming. Thank you so much, Dave. You are the best. I absolutely love you guys for just supporting me always. Now, let's see. So do you see like the hatching, like that kind of green that's moving through up and along the Great Plains? Well, actually, northern Intermountain West down along, and then kind of skips on through along the spine of the Rockies, and it comes on down through the central and southern plains, and you're seeing some yellows and greens. That's what's issued by the Storm Prediction Center. In fact, let me go ahead and take it off for you so you guys can see, okay? This is important for you to know because you're going to want to know this, especially come hurricane season, just days away. I'm going to take off the convective outlook. Do you see that? I'm going to put it back on. See that right there? Bob DeVito in Clayton. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you so much, Bob DeVito. It is 61 degrees in Clayton, North Carolina. And you know what? I'm so happy you guys are safe. It's all I want to do is make sure you guys are safe and prepared. Look, Bob, Dave, Rick, everybody. We are right now. Who else do we have on here? We have a few more people. It stopped raining this morning. That's right. Let's go over Denver, Colorado reports too. TJS Race Girl joined. Okay, so I think I said that earlier, but let's see if you guys have any ideas or questions of what you might want. Thank you. Thanks, Bob. So, okay, can you see here how we have everything? Oh, wow, look at this. Wow, Jersey. Okay, this is an interesting one too. There are going to be some that always pop out really quickly, and that's because these are always just a little bit more. I like when I see coastal flood advisory, that alarms me because we're seeing things like, okay, in this case, we're seeing 1.5 foot of inundation above ground level is expected in low-lying areas near the shoreline. So the Jersey Shore, you're in trouble. And tidal waterways. So I always look at things like this that could be a little bit unique. Coastal flood advisory in effect from 7 p.m. local time until 1 a.m. Eastern local time. Okay. There was another one I saw quickly that if I can get to it. Here we go. It was somewhere in New England. I think they discontinued it. It was an interesting one. It had to do with the fact that because today's Memorial Day and it's been very cold in New England, and today's one of those days where it's warmer than we have been seeing for the past several days. What the National Weather Service wanted to make sure you knew or that you were aware of, was that the water, if you were like, let's say swimming, keep in mind that the water was going to be very cold, somewhere in the 50s, and you could actually be impacted, and you can, feel hypothermic, right? So you can experience hypothermia. So thought that was an interesting alert earlier today. We got to hustle back to these tornadoes, okay? We're going to get into all of these. There's just so much to go over. I got to tell you, I just pulled up a long range model solution, guys. And I tell you right now, May 31st, right along the, it looked like the Gulf of Mexico. I've got to really track it for you. And then June 11th, the Gulf of America. New name, same-ish, okay? New name, same-ish, because it is so hot in the Gulf of America. Last year was Gulf of Mexico. This year, Gulf of America. It's still really hot, 2024 and 2025. That's going to be a big problem, guys. So here we're looking at the rotation, and we're looking at this guy. See, I just don't see it. Let me pop on my radar. I'm not going to do a sweeping radar. I just don't see it. Okay. So you see this line of storms? It's this guy right here. He's a little troublemaker. That's what we're doing. Okay, look at you. He from here, right? He looks like he's just rolling through, going from west to east, right? Like generally weather does, unless of course what? Backdoor cold front, and there are some anomalies sometimes when a front or something retrogrades. Here's the thing. You know what I didn't tell you guys? You know what I didn't start off with? Oh, my light went out here. You know what I didn't tell you guys? I didn't tell you guys that this was stationary, the boundary, right? I didn't even start that off. I was like showing you guys everything that was happening first. Do you remember yesterday when I said we were having a stationary boundary that was really the troublemaker, and that was going to be the big problem because things don't move. One of the biggest features that I find to be disruptive and also really alarming is when I see a stationary feature, whether it's a stationary upper level low, stationary frontal boundary. That's when everything kind of stays stagnant, and sometimes they'll retrograde. And those are situations that we want to be really aware of. I think, okay, guys, I got to get hold on. I got to switch lights out. All right. I have to because it gets dark on this side. Like it's darker over here. And plus I have like all these. Okay, there we go. See that? That should help me on this side. Okay. Yay. Always be prepared. Okay. So let's see. We are dealing with a stationary boundary that's eventually lifting. When I say lifting, it means it's going to finally move. It's going to move towards like the northeast, right? And it'll impact the Midwest. As you can see, it's just moving. It's creeping and crawling that direction anyway, right? And then eventually impacting upstate New York, the tri-state area, etc. But right now, we're seeing the influx of this moisture. Do you see this southerly wind there, that fetch? I'm going to do something for you guys in just one moment here. Bear with me as I show you a few contours here that include some of my favorite items to show you guys. And that is sea surface temperature. So let's get those up for you. And then I'm going to go to our future cast so that you guys can see what to expect for the rest of the week. Now, people who are new to this right now, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're also going to have a subscription. I mean, it's going to be free, but, I just say subscription so I can know who you all are in the app as well. And all I'm going to need from you guys are, of course, hey, by the way, who was it that sent me some really great photos? I have it here. Somebody sent me really great photos. And he's getting some t-shirts. And I think it was Rick Moses that needs to give me his size so that I can send him some t-shirts and sweatshirts. Let's see. You guys can talk to our weather watcher, Dave Velez, who's always just so helpful. And we take care of our people around here. We really like to take care of our people. All right. So now, did you guys see I added, that's absolute vorticity. Ignore that quickly. Unless you guys want a physics class right now. If you want to talk physics, I mean, you might be bored and run for the hills. But for right now, let's not talk absolute vorticity and say we did. Okay. So this is sea surface temperature, and we're going to go with the Pacific, okay? All right. Ooh, okay. So I wanted to add that on there. Now we have our alerts. Let me add those back on there. Watches and warnings. We have once again, here's our satellite. Okay, I'm going to pop it on. I mean, do you need that? You see the rain, right? Okay. Hey, Eric. Yay! Okay, Abunjian, thank you so much for joining. We always appreciate it. Thanks, Dave. I try to take care of you guys, but you guys take care of me too, so I'm really happy. It makes me happy. Okay, guys. Dave Velez, look what's happening up in the Northeast. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Clayton, what's going on here? Clayton, North Carolina, and then we got to get back to Denver. We have a few people that want to know their local storm reports, and we got to get to them. All right. So our local storm reports so far for today. I'm gonna go. Let's do first last 12 hours, okay? Let's just do, because I want you guys to see, like, this is why sometimes I pull back a little bit and I don't show you everything, because it's like, it can be overwhelming. I'm going to go ahead and take our satellite and radar loop and stop it at now, so that you're not getting it constantly, moving. Okay, so these are our reports for the last 12 hours. That's a lot to go over, right? So let's just go back to 6 hours and let's see what we're getting. We just got, this is a new report. This is a new report, guys, right here. Let's see what happened here last 6 hours. There we go. All right, so this one must have been assessed because just a couple of minutes ago when I popped this open, this one wasn't there. Let's get a look at these tornadoes reported for today. All right, at 3:04 p.m. local time. Now, this has not been confirmed by the National Weather Service. This is a trained Skywarn storm spotter, and this is in Fanning, Mississippi, which is in Rankin County. Okay, a couple of trees down on Haynes Chapel Road. Let's see. It looks like the TDS, it says, is present on radar at the time. Still, what's going to happen is someone from National Weather Service is going to come in. They're going to assess it. It'll be about how those, you know what, you can tell it's a trained person because he's like a couple of trees down. So what he's trying to say is it's going to be basically the way those trees fall or the branches or anything. It'll just be kind of like a CSI situation, and they'll investigate the area, and then they'll finally conclude as to whether it was indeed a tornado, likely because it's a train spotter and because of the wording. And then, of course, whether it's an EF0, is it an EF1, EF2, EF3, etc. That would be an enhanced Fujita scale, okay? One of the most famous meteorologists ever, okay? Then we're going to say here at 6:45 p.m. EDT, there was a funnel cloud. Now, I want you to see the difference, okay? Do you see how this is just, we've got our clouds up, okay, indicating that it didn't touch down, right? Because I always tell you guys, if I hear tornado touchdown, I pull my hair out. Why? Because it's incorrect. A funnel cloud may touch down, but a tornado would have already touched down. Don't ever say that, guys, please. Okay, so there we go. Funnel cloud, 6:45 p.m. This is in Union Park, Orange County, Florida. Public. So public observed a funnel cloud near the intersection of Alafaya Trail and let's see, it looks like Route 408 south. Now, it's a public spotter or public report. I just got to give it, credence in a way that it was just a report, but I can't say more than that. All right. Now we're headed to some more fun. Look at all these hail reports. Okay, there's another one, guys. Let's get to this right now. And was that the area? Okay, let's see that we were looking at earlier. 4:13 p.m. Maynard, Texas, in Maynard County. Train spotter reported a tornado just southwest of Maynard. So there you go. See these in real time populate. Some of them might be a few minutes behind, but that's just because I'm kind of getting through everything. Funnel cloud reported earlier today in New Mexico. Let's see where. In Chavez County, the town is Midway. Emergency manager Roswell Dispatch at McGaffey and Spencer Road observed a funnel cloud in the distance. Location is estimated based on radar-derived rotational product. It's just going to be radar indicated, right? Let's see. Probably use something like a velocity product. Okay. And then let's see what happens. So Denver, we have Rick from Denver. So he's in that hatched area. If we were to go ahead and start our 1 hour loop and then put this into play. All right, there you go. You're getting some light returns. Probably not all making it to the ground anyhow, right? But we definitely want to keep in mind that this is always important for us to just track very, very closely. Okay, I guess the universe wants me to get to the next product. Here you go, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and show you. Do you see how the boundary, there's my little hand, okay? The boundary is going to lift, okay? It's going to go up, okay? I mean, not tech, just see it for all. And remember, everything works in the vertical. Okay, but just go with the flow. You see how it's lifting, 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 lifting. Woohoo! And it's going, and it's going, and it's going. There we go. So finally, things start to budge by like late tomorrow, because over the past couple of hours, I'd say like last 36 hours, you know, you guys in the southern plains, you guys in like the southern Mississippi Valley, the bayou, you guys have been seeing some, you know, heavy rain moving through, as well as some strong storms. And so all of that is beginning to move along. So that's exactly what we want around here. Just move along, please. Move along. Now, once again, this is a 72-hour future cast. Okay, it goes out 72 hours. So beyond that, I'm just not going to do it, because then I have to explain myself. Like I can go over here, and if you guys, once we get this, once we get the app out, if you guys want to join me on kind of the more extensive, Esmeralda Gomez, thank you for joining me. Nice mustache, thank you for joining me. We're talking about whether we're going to go long range solution, which is usually 240 hours out. I think for somebody like Esmeralda Gomez, realtor, that's really smart for her, because she has clients and she's going to be showing homes. So she might want to have some kind of an idea of what is, you know, the weather is going to be like, the overall pattern for the next 240 hours. That might be a good idea for her. Now, for somebody else, like, I don't know, anybody else who just needs an immediate forecast or an immediate nowcast, totally different story. So once again, we're just going 72 hours, and I'll show you why in just one moment, okay? So if we go ahead to our next product here, you can see that we're looking at our expected rainfall totals over the next 72 hours. And you see here how we, all right. Oh, I see. I didn't have it paused. Let's go back to this really quickly. It just kept going, right? Hold on. This is so funny. I can't. It just kept going to the next graphic. It was like, you saw it. Let's go. Okay. So can you see up and along the, let's see, wow, Southern Plains, Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, the Piedmont, heck, the Southeast, up and along the Mid-Atlantic, into the Northeast, and the Appalachians, and the Berkshires. We've got rain for days. We've got the Central Plains as well. And there's just a lot of rain, you know, right now. And it's all due to the influx of this moist air. And it's carrying a lot of what we refer to as just precipitable water. It runs into, you know, a little feature up here. And it's just enough to squeeze it out. Look at all this right here. See that? Okay, let's go to the next product, which my computer bumped into very quickly. And once again, this is our newer logo right here. I think I told you guys yesterday. I was like, I had our creative director create this logo, and then we got our other one approved. So, all right, here we go. I want to show you guys, we're going to start to see some warmer temperatures for some across the nation here. Can you see across Southern California, well, especially the low desert? We have the Great Basin as well, seeing some really hot conditions, portions, of course, of the desert Southwest as well. We're seeing triple-digit daily high temperatures, okay? Please be advised. Okay, and then this is why, as I show you here, this is why I'm always like cautious about going a little farther out in time. Hang on. Okay, so here's my long-range outlook. I was showing you 72 hours. Here we have our 6 to 10 day forecast, our 8 to 14 day forecast, and then we go into that 3 to 4 week forecast. So now we're talking about overall climatological patterns, right? This becomes Noelle Go 14. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got so far a really great group, people coming in and out. Stock Mom, Bob DeVito, Dave Velez, WMAGB, Rick Moses, and who's always giving us updates on Colorado. We love that. King Nazario, let's see, Avan Gian, Esmeralda Gomez, realtor, nice mustache, and now Noelle Go 14. Let me quickly look to see if I'm getting questions over here. I feel like I am. All right, let's see. Yes, thank you to all our military personnel who sacrificed their lives to guarantee our freedom. Thank you, Dave Velez. And Gratitude goes to their surviving family members. Oh, and also, oh, Dave, you're so sweet. Yes, I completely agree with you. Thank you so much to those amazing people, amazing heroes and souls. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do, right? Without them, without the sacrifice they made. Let's see. Okay, so now we're starting to look at the long range solution as issued. Now, generally speaking, this comes from the Climate Prediction Center. And so I like to present these, but when I do present these, this has to be presented like holistically. This has to include a lot of data with it. And in fact, we would talk about things like our recent evolution and current status and predictions of Enzo. Let me go back to another product here that I think we would like. Let's see. Okie dokie. Hang on 1 second. A couple of products that yeah. All right, let me see what else we have. Let's see. We also have our global tropics hazard outlook. I mean, this is not going to be for the faint of heart. You got to be ready for this, okay? So we have this already to review through June 3rd. And as I said to you, I was looking at June 11th, May 31st for the Pacific, and then June 11th for the Atlantic Basin. And remember, what we're looking for is anything that could indicate tropical cyclone formation or probability. And I'm pretty confident. I feel pretty confident about what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's talk about. Yeah, see, this is exactly. It's showing me the exact same thing. It's got something developing in the Pacific. So let's look at that. We're gonna look at that. Okay. And we're going to talk about that. And then we do see a little activity in and along the Atlantic Basin. So we're going to talk about that too. All right. Now we're going to go through our air quality map. I've had people tell me, they're sensing a little bit of something in the air, mainly pollen. Of course, a lot of people have been getting me reports on pollen. Eddie Stickets, thank you so much for joining us. Here we're talking about aerosol properties. So this would include sulfate, for example, nitrate, for example, just so many particles that do, in fact, impact us. And on this one, this does not include our nanoparticulate. I just don't want to include that on this. It's such a unique. I mean, if I were to include nanoparticulate matter here, we would all feel like it's the end of the world. We're not doing that. Okay, so here we're looking at aerosol properties, and this is what it looks like right now. So if you are feeling a little something, not the best, this is why. Okay, so we're going to go back again to our 3-hour loop here. Remember, we've already had some reports of tornadoes and of funnel clouds. We're seeing some rotation, and of course we are tracking these storm cells that are nothing but rogue right now. And of course, because of the stationary boundary, they're like, it's their playground. Like this frontal boundary's got to move. This thing's got to move. If it doesn't move, it's just going to be, like these storms are just going to linger. So right now, that's what they're doing. They're just hanging out, right? It's just the stationary boundary is just cutting across, really just right along the Mississippi Valley, the Southern Plains, through the Southeast. It's just there. It's just hanging. And so until this thing lifts, we're going to keep seeing the same thing. If you were here with me yesterday, you'd say, isn't this the same map? It's not. It's just that it's pretty much a rinse and repeat because we've gotten the stationary boundary, right? So that's something we have to look at. Once again, don't forget that this yellow right here indicates our tornado watches. Here we have our severe thunderstorm warnings, and we have our thunderstorm watches as well. Do not forget, this is the area we're looking at right now. Look at this line of storms. Wow, wow, wow. QLCS. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Quasi-linear convective system. All right. This is what we're looking at. This is going to be the guide. Let me look at this guide. Let me do a 1-hour return. Let me do a 1-hour loop. I'm going to do 1-hour loop quickly. Then I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to a sweeping radar. You guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you have friends and family in this area, you're going to want to let them know, okay? So, for heaven's sake, here we go. Let's do 1-hour loop. Okay. Now we're going to play that. Okay, do you see that? We're going to go with 1 hour loop. It's going to be, so we've got Killeen, Georgetown. Let's go a little bit closer. I just don't see it just yet. Perhaps this guy, perhaps this might be hooking. It's a little early, but maybe this guy right here. Okay, we already see the hail reports. Okay, good stuff right here, right? This is some detailed forecasting for you, or nowcasting, really. I don't know. I see why they have that tornado warning in effect. And if you don't see it, let me remove satellite radar. Do you see this area right here in the red? That is our tornado warned area. Okay, now let's zoom in a little bit more and let's get some good towns here. We've got Bartlett, we've got Cameron, we've got, who else? Buckles, Davila, Holland. Anybody else? Let's see if we can grab a couple of names. Maybe Sharp and is it? Let's see. Was it Vilas? Yes, Vilas. It was. And it's kind of lingering right into Cameron, Texas. Okay. There it is. We're going to go back and get our radar back on there. And let's see if we can look at another product very quickly. Now, you know what? I'm not going to do that because I don't think we should do that right now. Okay. I think if I wanted to look at something else, maybe I would pick up, let's see. Let's see what our velocity looks like, okay? This is our velocity product. Now, here's the thing. Keep in mind, here we go, right there. I'm going to switch this up here in a minute. You guys see where it says CST? Of course, this one I haven't changed. So this looks like the area, right? Okay, this is that area we're looking at. Am I right? This entire region, pretty much. I say like the eastern half of Texas, right? This is what we're looking at right now, but I do have to change this so that nobody thinks I have no clue that we are in CDT, okay? So let's see. Okay, let's get this going, guys. Get this going. CDT. It's going to change back because this is a dynamic feature, a dynamic graphic. So you see here how this is the area of interest, right? This entire area. I don't see it. I don't see the potential for tornadoes just yet. Okay, let's go back to our other product and let's see what we're finding here. All right. So, I mean, it's definitely not a pleasant area to be in right now, but I just don't see it just yet. So we're going to keep an eye on that area. Even though it's a tornado warned area, we're still going to be tracking that for you very closely. And then I've got to get to temperatures, okay? Got to, because this is going to be a thing during the middle of the week. As we start to see, where the heck did it go? We're going to start to see daily high temperatures climb. And that's going to be a problem, okay? We've got to make sure that we're keeping everybody safe when it comes to extreme heat. Hey, I thought I had my, hang on. Did I delete them? No way. All right, guys. I may have just deleted my very own graphics. Let's see here. It happens. Just gotta rebuild them again. Okay, here we go. Nope. I always have extras. See, that's the beauty of being OCD. We're like, there's more. Don't worry about it. Let's just see what order we have it in. Current conditions. Let's just move conditions up here. You guys are probably seeing gray or black on your screen. Give it a second. Okay. We're going to go with current conditions. So this includes temperatures and, of course, if you're seeing rain or sunshine or whatever. So just give it a minute to populate, guys. How's everybody doing on this Memorial Day? Advocate for birds. Woo, woo, woo. Brandy 33335. You were here yesterday. Thank you so much. Central Oklahoma Storm Team Anthony. If Central Oklahoma Storm Team Anthony is here, send us some photos. We will give you some shout out and cred. And you guys know we're giving out some t-shirts and sweatshirts. And we're even, if those pictures are good, we're giving out some. All right. Get yourself a nice Starbucks on Weather Co-op. So just give us a ring, guys. If you guys have like anything, send it over. It's worth something to me. Might not be worth something to you, but it's always worth something to me when it's talking about weather. Okay, so Montgomery, 70 degrees with rain. Mobile, 75 with thunderstorms. New Orleans at 80, 81 for Houston. Dallas, 69. Style, 74. Odessa, 76. Alpine, 81. Amarillo at 67. You guys can see the little icons. Denver, 59. Minneapolis, 67. Who do you guys want to win, OKC or Timberwolves? Oh, my God. I need details. Who's like, okay, so like everybody knows Pacers are my team, yesterday. But I don't know. Timberwolves or OKC? That's a good question. Because theoretically, yeah, like who do you want to see in the finals, right? Like that's the thing. Who's going to be more exciting? All right, here we go. Back to weather. Green Bay 60, Detroit 61, New York in the low 60s. Mid 60s for Baltimore, low 60s for Philadelphia and Boston. We've got Pittsburgh at 63, Louisville at 69, Denver in the 10 degrees cooler at 59, Salt Lake City at 80. We've got upper 70s for Boise, low 70s for Billings. Glasgow, you're right here, 69, Kalispell 73, 69 for Galice, Reading 82, 64 for LA, and San Diego 65 degrees. I want to look at our current wind profile and, well, again, the winds to me aren't doing much, but that's fine. I mean, we don't need them to do much right now. We're happy with what the winds are doing. Okay, nothing big right now. We've got really strong, as you can see here, along the Gulf states. You got that southerly influence. No surprise, right? We're getting that southerly fetch. It's moist, humid air. And in fact, the dry line is... Here, I'll show you the dry line, okay? That's when the warm, dry air meets up with the warm, muggy air. So it's everything in the atmosphere is wherever you see two different things and like they're battling it out, whether it's a cold air mass and a warm air mass, or like in this case, it's a dry line and you got like the dry air and you got the moist air battling it out. This is where you start to see like the, tension in the atmosphere. Tom Costora, thank you so much for joining us. We're tracking these storms right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the convective outlook as issued by Storm Prediction Center just for now. We're going to go ahead and hone on into this area here with the alerts. We've been going for about 37 minutes. All right, here we go. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm waiting for this. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so is this an impressive line of storms? Yeah, not that impressive. I mean, it's a hardy one, but it's nothing. I mean, maybe, no, still, I don't see it. No. But we're going to keep an eye on this area here, okay? This is the line that we're looking at right here, because this is where we have, right underneath that is where we have our tornado warned area. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings issued up here along the panhandle. Lots of flood alerts as well, so keep that in mind. And a wider perspective here. Look at that one storm cell up in Nebraska. He's like, I can do it. No hail, not dumping anything just yet. He's just doing his thing up here. Wait, where'd he go? He's kind of funny. Here we go. All right, here he is. This guy right here. He is just roaming along. He's kind of fast too, right? He's kind of fast. Like this is a fast storm, but nah, not doing anything. Not worth really being too concerned about. Okay. Let's see. Missouri got a few storm cells moving through as well. And, well, I mean, I think we covered quite a bit right now. I'm meteorologist Erica Martini with WeatherCop, where weather meets community, guys. I'll be back in just a little bit. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and leave this for you guys. Please enjoy. And we'll do some more updates soon enough. Bye.